Welcome back. Now, the Day of the African Child Day, celebrated annually on June 16th, which was yesterday, as the African Day Child honors the courage and sacrifice of students who participated in the Soweto Uprising of 1976. Now, this day not only commemorates their bravery, but also raises awareness about the ongoing challenges faced by the children across the continent. Now, this morning, we are joined by the Junior Mayor of the City of Windhoek, Ginel Goagoseb, to discuss the importance of this day. Good morning, sir, and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Let's talk about how Windhoek, and specifically Windhoek residents, and specifically the African child in Windhoek, celebrated this day yesterday.
Yesterday, we have school events that we host at our school, but I'm not publicly aware on public events, but school events I'm most aware of. So at our school, we had a very brief online session with our learners on a school group where we just talked about the significance of the day and just reviewed the events of the day on 1976, Hector Peterson, what he did on the day and so forth.
Let's talk about some of the most significant challenges that are facing specifically the Namibian child today as part of a larger context of being the African child. What are the most challenges?
I feel most of the challenges would be child labor, things such as limited access to clean water, things such as being exploited or abused, things such as poor health care, poor education, limited access to education. I feel those are the problems that not just Namibian children face, but children of a wider spectrum of Africa do face.
Okay. Now, we saw that the head of state, that's Dr. Nangolo Mumba, indicating, saying that we have made success and, some attributes, especially when it comes to the issue of free education for primary and secondary education. Are you happy with the fact that secondary and primary education are free in Namibia? Has that made it also possible for the Namibian child to get access to education?
Yeah, I'm very happy with the news that His Excellency has provided us with. I feel that having free education is a domestic right and it should be a human right as well. So I feel free education is definitely a positive.
Okay. How can local communities, especially within the vicinity of Windhoek, support the education and the well-being of a child? I know you've spoken about the issue of limited access to water and limited access to education. What else can the inhabitants of the city of Windhoek, and particularly also the local authority, which is the city of Windhoek, do to ensure that they contribute to the well-being and education of young people in Windhoek?
I feel it shouldn't be just words that we live on. I feel we should live on action. So I feel we shouldn't just only speak about the problems such as that I've mentioned, such as limited access to education and all that. I feel we should actually tackle these said problems and not just let them remain problems. Or if we don't solve them, which I feel there's no perfect solution to every single problem, I feel that a minimization within this would be best.
If we can't solve it, we must at least try and minimize those challenges.
Yep.
What are some of the initiatives that is being done at the city of Windhoek that are being implemented to ensure the safety and the rights of children, possibly which includes your role as junior mayor of the city of Windhoek?
Oh, we have many projects that we work on. We have 5, but 2 of them mainly aim on children. So we have one which we had last year, which was the Teenage Pregnancy Project. So for that one, we reached out to teenage mothers and we just gave them extra support since we acknowledge that the father of the child is most likely absent within that current moment. So we just gave them that extra support to give them a buy in times of need. We also have the Cancer Project, which is for children of a younger age that do deal with cancer. And we go to their hospitals. Also, the Cancer Association is involved in this. We go to them and also give them just that bit of support through those traumatic times that they face.
Are you able to show perhaps those the other 3? What are some of those other ones?
We have the Cleaner City Project, where we'll always go to certain locations and just clean up a bit to keep our environment clean. We also have the HIV and AIDS Project, where we also spread awareness on HIV and AIDS, the preventative measures, how to minimize this problem. We also have the Elderly Project, where we go to elderly care homes yearly and just give out to the elderly, make them feel included within the community, because sometimes we do forget the elderly, but we do go out to them and also keep them included.
Brilliant. Now, how do you see the role of young people, especially young leaders like yourself, in advocating for the rights of the children of Namibia? Is there space for young people?
Yeah, there is very much space. I feel the way we use our positions is that we give influence through it, and the influence of and the power of the position is what really gives us the opportunity to help the youth in as many ways as we can. So ways young leaders can do it is by not just speaking about certain values, morals they believe in, things such as integrity and all that, but we also do act on that and show people that no, we only don't speak about it, we also do act on those particular values. So through that, I feel we inspire the youth as well.
Okay. Now, as we begin to wrap up our conversation this morning, what would be that message, special message that you would like to send? I know it's the Day of the African Child, but what specific message would you like to send to the Namibian child that might be watching now? I know majority of them are on school break right now, the holiday has started, but what would be your message?
My message would be, the African child will only be continually marginalized if that's how we paint the Day of the African Child. I feel the African child should be commemorated as a day of a recognition of the rights of the African child and also of the rights of the youth itself. So I feel African children should not just see the day as a day of we were marginalized at this very time and that we continue to be, but as a day of we have progressed from the time we have been marginalized and we continue to progress. So my message would be, African children are not marginalized at all. We just have problems that we currently face in which we find progression to solutions.
Okay. Now, by the time you end your junior mayorship by the end of this year, what would you like to be known for? Or what would the council of the current junior councillors like to be known for, especially having done for the Namibian child in the city of Windhoek?
There's one project that I've not told you yet that we are working on. It's called the Beautification of Public Parks and Spaces. So with this one, we just want to go to local playgrounds, local parks, and just clean up, give them a fresh look so that it's more welcoming to the Namibian child, also just Namibian citizens, the locals. So I would like to be remembered as the person that brought back the vibe and the life to parks and playgrounds. I feel that's what I'd want to be known for.
Indeed, safe spaces for young people to play and participate are very important to the well-being and bringing up of those children. Well, Junior Mayor Ginel Goagoseb, thank you very much for making time to speak to us this morning.
Thank you.